Hi, I'm Alder from Alder IP and welcome to another episode of IP. So today we're going to talk about the top 5 mistakes that people make with business names and business name registrations. The number one mistake that people make with business names is they quite often don't check whether the trademark has been registered in association with their business name. Quite often they'll just go to the business name website, which is the ATSIC website, and they'll register it through that, and it'll give you a nice green tick to say that it's been registered and there's going to be no problem with that, except for the fact you haven't registered the actual trademark or you haven't checked whether the trademark's actually available. And to do that, you have to go to a different website, which is IP Australia's website, and check whether the trademark is actually available, because the trademark gives you the rights to use the name, where the business name only gives you the rights to not get sued under consumer protection rules. The second big mistake that people make with business names is thinking that business names inherently gives them the rights to operate. Now, it doesn't inherently give you a right to operate. All it does is it registers effectively a trading name or an alias for your business, which really just means that it's serving a consumer protection rule in the fact that consumers can find you if they need to sue you or take you to court or need to litigate you for some reason. And the whole purpose of business names is to protect consumers, not to protect businesses. So the third mistake that people make with business names is that quite commonly people will pick names that might be illegal or deceptive in nature. And by this what I mean is that sometimes people will pick geographical indicators in their name that is not the geographic location where they're from. ATSIC sometimes rejects these applications and also sometimes voids them out at a later stage. So it's highly recommended that you check that your business name is actually not misleading and it's not an illegal term. The fourth mistake that people make with business names is assuming that business names give you some protection from liability. Now, this sort of liability protection is only afforded to companies. So you have to get a company registration if you want to get some kind of immunity for liability. Business names are really like an alias. So when it comes to a court environment, the court's just going to look straight through the business name and look at the sole trader and hold the sole trader solely responsible for the damage that was done by their faulty product or faulty good. It's highly recommended if you're concerned about liability issues relating to your products or your services that you register a company rather than registering a business name, because it's a mistake that you can't fix at a later stage. The fifth mistake that people make with business names is thinking that they're optional. So if I'm operating a sole trader business, I can just operate under Alder Lawyers or Alder IP, just because it's my surname, it's got my name in it. I should be okay to use that. And that's not okay either. You have to register your business name with ATSIC. And this can be done through their website. It's a relatively easy process and it's cheap and quick. It's not optional. This gets back to my earlier points when I was talking about it. It serves a consumer protection rule. And the whole reason it's there is not to protect your business. It's there to protect consumers so the consumers can find you if they need to locate you for a faulty product or for a manufacturer's liability or something similar to that. To recap, the top 5 mistakes that people make when registering business names are: number 1, they fail to do a simple trademark search before registering the business name, and they fail to check whether it's available in IP Australia and ATSIC. Number 2, thinking that the business name gives you some magical right to the name or to exclude others from it just because you register a business name. Number 3, choosing a business name that has some kind of a legal or misleading term in it. Number 4, thinking a business name protects you from liability in the same sort of way as what a company name would. Business names are only aliases and don't provide any liability protection. The 5th mistake that people make is that they think that business names are optional, and they're not. They're a consumer protection type function and they're mandatory. If you have any problems with business names, trademarks or intellectual property, please don't hesitate to call Alder IP. Our links are below. Thanks.